Alright, welcome back to another episode of the Tile Megabase. Today it's mostly gonna be about oil stuff, but as I mentioned last time, I kind of forgot something when I built the smelting arrays, and that something was steel. So yeah, I did that in the background. You can see the first iron supply station here, and I kind of went with the same basic layout as I did for green circuits here. I know it looks boring, but it just fits so nicely into my rail blocks, and yeah, that was the least effort and the best design. Unfortunately, as I said, I think it looks a bit dull. It's all very straight, and again, same as with the green circuits, I had a very nice design that I really liked, and that had 4 beacons effect on every smelter furnace. But yeah, it just wasn't as good, and I couldn't fiddle as many belts in there, and yeah. So again, I ended up with the more boring design. Each of those consume pretty much exactly 4 belts of iron and output almost 1 full belt of steel. I think it's like 43 point something. Wait, I can check. Yeah, 43.8, a tiny bit less because it's consuming a bit more than 4 belts. But yeah, so there's 4 of these monsters. They're considerably bigger than, say, these green circuit builds here. Unfortunately, you can only compare them in this map view without actually seeing them. Yeah, that's how it is on a 9-tile ribbon base. Yeah, but so steel is dealt with. It's a bit close, like I'm not leaving myself a lot of room there. I think I'm supposed to make 166 and I'm making like 168 per second or something. So I'm kind of relying on everything running like clockwork once it's actually running. And I'm really nervous about this. That actually goes not only for steel but for lots of things. Yeah, I'm not gonna have enough room without changing the whole base to do more of certain things. So things need to be working once they're running. We'll see how that goes. Okay, and as I said, the main thing I actually just now did is oil. And yeah, I'm slowly gonna go through this. It's a bit of a complicated build, convoluted, I guess. Wait, I'm gonna have to actually go there. Here we go. Okay, it starts with obviously 2 unloading stations for oil and for water here. I was still able to use the proper hopefully balanced unloading stations here, because I can just route the oil down here. And yeah, I'm gonna say that right away, I decided to split the oil build into 2 builds. So I basically built half of it, and I'm gonna copy this, because I don't think it's possible to do it all in one build. I mean, I'd say it's very borderline. So you'd need something like 3000 water per second, which, if you want to get that from one pipe, you don't have a lot of room for pipe segments between pumps, and yeah, it would be very, very difficult. So I decided to just do half of it and then, well, copy it. Yeah, so this is my basic refinery setup here. I got really scared when in the last episode someone commented, I don't have the name right now, but someone commented that he thought that oil processing wasn't possible on below 9 tiles, and I got really nervous and had to try it right away, and turns out it is possible. And yeah, I actually shared a design with him that didn't have room for beacons, and he said I could probably squeeze beacons in here. So here you are. I couldn't manage to get more than 1 though. It might have been possible somehow, but yeah, I'm at the maximum distance for these pipe segments here, or these underground pipes. So stretching it out further wasn't really an option, so I opted with just 1 beacon per refinery, unfortunately. So this means every refinery only processes like 20 oil per second, which means in turn that I'm gonna need lots and lots and lots of refineries. As I said, this is only half of them, and I hope I haven't messed anything up yet. Now it's processing like 1070 oil per second, and if I'm looking at my sheet here, I'm going to be processing 2070 overall, so this is a bit more than half, so I'm leaving myself a little bit of leeway there. Okay, then the interesting part starts, because you can see I'm outputting, well, basically all of these. Okay, I'm really gonna try hard to say less, basically. I know I say this a lot and I'm really annoyed by it myself, but I can't help it, it seems. Okay, I need another fill word, I guess. So yeah, every one of these is going along here somewhere. The water is passing through. I'm a bit nervous about whether the water throughput will be enough, actually, because I'm gonna need a lot of water for all the cracking that's gonna follow. But yeah, the general idea is the first thing I want to do is make lubricant, and if there's enough heavy oil here, this pump is gonna send all the heavy oil on. The water is being sent on, and the light oil and the petroleum down here. I'm keeping the petroleum on this bottom lane basically undisturbed. Basically, there it is. More or less undisturbed, because this allows me to get the highest throughput out of it, and this is the fluid that I'm gonna need the highest throughput from. Yeah, there's a little buffer here for lubricant, and this is just working away, and it's slowly and very unbalancedly filling up this train. I don't really care about balancing this because you don't need a lot of lubricant, and this, like, I don't think I've ever used 1.4 trains for lubricant, because you need like something like 30 per second. So this train is gonna last, like, once it's filled up, it's gonna last for what is it, 100,000? Yeah, like an hour, something on the range of an hour. So I'm not gonna worry about balancing this. It doesn't matter if it fills up quickly or slowly, as long as, I mean, when there's drain, when this thing's working, everything's fine. Okay, and also, obviously, I just don't have room here. I even had to extend this a little bit here, because I think I had it like this. And yeah, I just couldn't manage to get enough underground belts through here, underground pipes. So I extended this a little bit. And yeah, all the heavy oil that's not going into lubricant is getting cracked here and basically fed right into this light oil pipe here. And I'm using lots and lots of pumps because, as I said, I'm really, like, this is a long way, and I don't want to have like 100 pipe segments here, or I'm going to be very throughput limited. And I'm, even after the thousands of hours that I've played this game, I'm still a bit afraid of fluids, and they still mess me up sometimes. And as I said, I don't really have a lot of room and opportunities to change things once I've noticed that they don't work. So yeah, lots of pumps it is. I know this is probably bad for UPS, and it's probably bad for a few things, but yeah, I don't really mind. Okay, I'm still not really balancing this, the light oil station, because that's the next thing that follows. Because, I mean, the basic logic is I'm turning as much heavy oil as I need into lubricant, and all the rest gets cracked. Then I'm turning as much light oil into rocket fuel, which I'm not going to do here, but feeding it into this train is basically only going to rocket fuel. Basically, I'm gonna install a counter for this, I think. Yeah, and everything that's not needed here is gonna go on to, you guessed it, get cracked. What's this? Yeah, that's the light oil that's going through here, and I tried to do things a little bit better here. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I basically, god damn it, I'm evenly splitting things into two here, so whichever of these tanks has less gets filled up first, and each of these is feeding two wagons. I'm not sure if that's a real improvement, but yeah, I mean, I had the room, and why not try it? Okay, what's that? Water, light oil, and light oil. Yeah, that's the two guys that are going to the, well, two wagons respectively. And there's a third light oil pipe, which again is using the overflow of this. So this only activates when those are almost full. And this is getting passed on and going into cracking here. Yeah, this is the moment where I'm deviating from my petroleum on the very bottom strategy, because again I'm just feeding it right in and I have pumps everywhere, so I don't think I'm gonna have throughput issues here, and all the petroleum will get cracked. Man, this side note, this was so satisfying to build, because this is 6 tiles long and my rail segments are 36 tiles long. So I can just go, where was the rail segment? I think here. And god damn it. Yeah, that felt very nice, because lots of other things were very finicky and I had to, well, it was hard making tileable designs, because you're very constrained, of course, in this direction, and then you have to fit it into 36 tiles here, so it can either have like 6 or 9 or 4 tiles tile length. So yeah, this worked out very nicely. Same with the green circuit and steel design, by the way. Where is it? Here, because this is 9 tiles in length here. And there's exactly this room for the rail segment. So once I built this such that the rail segment was in here, I can just run away and the rail segment is always going to be in that spot, and that makes it very nice to build. Or yeah, to blueprint, I guess. To insta blueprint. I know I'm still expecting some of you to hate me for just building things like this. Yeah, I think this is... and the one thing, I hope this works. I haven't really tested this, and I haven't really done this before, I think, but I'm splitting the petroleum into 2 here, evenly, and then each of those is getting split into 2 again. So, I'm not sure, but I'm fairly positive that this should always result in even filling here. And then, of course, each of those is going to 1 wagon. I'm not going to go through all the pipe spaghetti here, but yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, this is more or less the fluid side of things. There's a few things that I'm a bit nervous about. One is the belt here is now starting to have fluid wagons as well. And there have been instances where this still clogged up. Let me see on this end. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, alright, there's no fluids here. So oil is cut off and this is standing. Yeah, this is exactly what I was afraid of. I think the reason for this is I just have too many trains on there. And now it's leaving, okay. But yeah, it's filled up with wagons, and yeah, this might still need some improvements. And if I look at the other side, I'm actually having a train limit of 20 trains now, because I realized, I mean, it's the very end of the base, so why not just have them wait there? And yeah, I still have to kind of balance the amount of trains that are on the belt, which is a bit annoying, because of course the number of trains on the belt I need depends on how long the belt is, and this is going to change every time I push this further down, and I'm constantly deleting trains from the belt as well when I just go, like, I don't know, build something here and delete the whole thing. So yeah, this is gonna take some fiddling. What I did now is basically have an infinite supply of trains here, which only activates when there's no trains in here. So currently only the fluid wagons from this side are getting pulled, because there's no fluid wagons in here, and all the other things are getting recycled. And I'm kind of hoping that there should be a balance at some point, but yeah, I'm not that sure. and this is still not really keeping up, but I don't think adding more trains to this would make any sense. I might just wait it out and see how it turns out. I'm not sure. But I mean, that's something that can very easily be changed and altered and fixed. Talking about changes and alterations, there were some very good suggestions about how to fix the... Wait, where's this solid unloading station? How to fix the train limits here, because what I'm doing now is basically have a train limit of 2 as a base train limit, because that's what this station can hold. Why is this unbalanced? God damn it. Yeah, this is still an issue as well. I didn't think it would be, but apparently it is. And then adding a 1 to the train limit whenever there's less than, what's it, I think 10,000 in here, and another one if there's less, adding 1 if there's less than 20,000 and another one if there's less than 10,000 in here. But that's a very rough system, and I don't think it's gonna cut it. And there was one nice suggestion in particular that I haven't gotten around to implementing yet, and I know the longer I wait, the more stations I'm gonna have to fix, but I might do it this episode, I'm not sure, or next. But I am gonna use this. I'm just currently too lazy to do it. Okay, I think the first thing I'm gonna do now is make a copy of all of this. The way I'm doing this is first making a copy of the input stations, because copying all of it is just impossible because it's so big and you can't really place it anymore. Out of map view maybe. And I'm gonna pause for this because then I'm not gonna mess up these trains. It's not the most important thing in the world, but I like to be thorough. Maybe like this. And place... Okay, next try. Place this here, and then the first thing I have to do in order to not mess everything else up is put these deconstruction planners in here, because otherwise this is what led to the massive train jam from last episode, that I didn't do this right when I built the stations, and then there's 4 trains waiting here. Well, actually it doesn't matter for the fluid stations because I haven't adjusted the train limits here, so it's only going to be 2 trains that come in. But they won't get deconstructed, so I'm not going to get any more resources than 1 train basically. Man, this is really hard to get rid of. But at least I'm noticing now, okay? And they should have the right name. So there's immediately trains coming in. The only issue is that there's not enough fluid wagons, which should be getting fixed. You can see there's 2 in every train here. If you want, there's 2 fluid wagons. But it's gonna take a little time until they arrive there. Okay, I did make a few exceptions to, this is my style, making hard principles and then breaking them. I said I wasn't gonna reposition those rail signals when they were in the way. I slightly did for this build. So I think this was supposed to go here, and I put it 2 tiles to the left, and then I think this one, no, I don't know. There were a few that I repositioned by a little bit because this was just, otherwise it would have been even more of a pain to build this, and I don't think it's gonna matter, to be honest. I think it does matter to have almost, or it would be good to have rail segments that are all the same length, but having a few tiny exceptions is not going to be the worst thing, I think. Okay, long ramble. I'm gonna copy this. I think I'm gonna do this off camera, or maybe not. No, never mind. And this is the most complicated thing that I built yet, so I'm gonna only copy this in parts because I don't wanna have 5 stations come online at the same time. Talking about it. one more thing I forgot. I'm not supplying robots to the fluid stations automatically. Good thing I noticed this. So I'm gonna have to input a few construction bots here, otherwise again the trains just won't get deconstructed. Okay, here we go. Now for this monstrosity. Rail signals in the way, of course. As I said, I did make a few exceptions here. Yeah, I don't have to pause for this, I guess. But I have no idea how long this is gonna be. Like this maybe? Very rough guess. This is something that's really annoying at this length. Still in the way. Damn it. Let's see how long this is. Okay, a bit more. So let's take out this. Okay, just let's be sure this time. And try again. Yeah, this seemed like it worked. This is properly connected. Yeah, this should start running once the trains come there. Why aren't they? Should be incoming soon. Maybe it's the fluid wagons issue. There's a train. Doesn't seem like there's any fluid trains incoming. Another train. Come on. There's a water train. Okay. So things are coming, it's just taking some time. As I said, the missing fluid wagons issue should hopefully sort itself out. But of course I've broken the train belt again. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this broken for a second as long as I'm copying things here. Okay, I think I'm gonna dare and copy these two stations at the same time. And I'm gonna put in the trains and the stop names and basically all of it. And get this. No. Did I delete enough segments? Yeah, seems like it. So this goes here. And first thing I need to do, yeah, there was another comment a few episodes ago that I should change my template so that there's like a power pole here, so I don't forget deconstructing this rail segment. Another great idea, and again I've been too lazy so far, but I am gonna change it. This is actually something I could do right now. Okay, let's not mess around, I'm gonna do this right now. I just need to get rid of this and this. And let's get this here. That's the template. So at least for all the new stations that I'm building now, this is gonna be changed. And I'm gonna put this here. So now it's not gonna let me build it unless I deconstruct this rail here. And I'll change the blueprint. I'm really afraid of messing these things up, so I'm going to do it very slowly. Loading template, that's the right one. This, I'm going to realign it afterwards. And until there, everything looks nice. So is it still aligned properly? Yeah, no, it's not, because I copied one more thing here, so now it's misaligned. But I'll have to put it in my inventory. Damn it, where is it? Huh? I put the book in my inventory. Yeah, this is something that's still a bit annoying about the blueprint aligner mod, that it only works with single blueprints and they have to be in the inventory, not in the blueprint book. And not in the blueprint storage, I mean. But here we go, and I can do the same for fluids by just doing the same thing. Ooh, while I'm changing this, I wanted to get rid of all of this junk here, because this is from the oil pumping source thing, and I don't really want this in the blueprint. I just have to delete it every time. So let's try again. Oh, that's too much. And until here. And see if it's misaligned. No, this one's fine. Alright, so yeah, at least this one. This suggestion was finally yeah, made it into the base. And let's get all of this back in. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, I shouldn't do these things while I'm doing something else that needs my attention. So this is the lubricant station, which means this is going to need the lubricant blueprint in here. And this is the light oil station, so that's going to need the, you guessed it, petroleum. Oh. Okay, so this part should be finished. And the last part, is this, which is gonna go right after the light oil station. Yeah, that's correct. And this is going in, come on, here, no. Well, the belt can stay, I think. Fuck it. Just get rid of everything. I can rebuild it afterwards. As I said, I have too many trains anyway, so might as well delete a few. Come on. I'm really having a hard time estimating distances here, because everything just feels long. Alright, here we go. Petroleum, no, I forgot the train. And I forgot to do this. So let's get the train as well. And I could just use the train blueprint, of course, but yeah, I don't know why I didn't actually. But I'm gonna put it in here. And that should be oil done. Yeah, I think this is the thing that I'm most nervous about. Well, because I mean, I know how to use belts and I know how to properly calculate ratios and stuff, but something can always mess you up with fluids, I have the feeling. So yeah, I think I'm gonna make a quick plastic build, because this is the logical next step. Let's see. Well, I'm already at half an hour. Yeah, I might just build this real quick. I want to see the oil actually working. So yeah, 1 second. Quick note, I just realized this is going to be the shortest train ride in the whole base. I can guarantee it. There can't possibly be any shorter one. This is the last petroleum in station, well, of the two that I have. And this is the first petroleum out station here. Yeah, nothing I can do about it. Well, I could use a pipe, I guess, but I mean, there's different things that need petroleum, and yeah, it wouldn't really make sense to. I was thinking about doing the belt, like the coal station here before the petroleum station, but well, belts need a lot more room than pipes do, so this wouldn't really make sense. So yeah, that's how it is, I guess. Okay, maybe a few words on how I'm designing these things. So I'm just not just stamping them down. Yeah, in this case, well, coal to plastic is something like 2-to-1 ratio. So I'd like to have, well, the bare minimum would be 2 plastic belts from 1 coal belt, but I'm kind of hoping that I can do more. Let me think. So I have 2 more belts here, which means I can get... I think I could no, I can't. Well, the thing as it is now, I can't really do anything on the bottom belt because this is gonna just be reserved for the train belt. So I strictly have 1, 2, 3, 4 belts of room that I can use, which means I'm going to have, I think, if I get 2 belts of coal in, yeah, this should work. So if I get 2 belts of coal in, I'm gonna get 2 belts. Wait, I'm gonna have to do some more thinking. I can't really do this while talking. 1 second. Okay, I think I have good news and bad news. I think I figured out I want to have 2 coal belts incoming, and having 4 belts of room enough should be enough to basically have one, oh there it is again, have 1 belt end once there's 2 belts of plastic, and then the 3rd belt of plastic will have room because there's only 1 coal belt left. And yeah, the last one I haven't really figured out. I might do a longer one. Well, actually it's all obsolete because this design I think doesn't work because I don't have enough room for, like, I can't reach these with power poles. So I think I'll have to scrap. Well, I could reach this one, but I'm not able to reach this one. Like, yeah, there's no room for a power pole. Also, there's no room for substations here. Yeah, I might have to just try again. Okay, if I haven't done anything stupid and forgotten anything, this should be the design to go. It's a bit boring, more boring than I would have liked, but yeah, no, I think I like this design. This has a lot of room for 2 coal belts, and then there's basically four free belts for plastic. Yeah, so this should be very easily able to fill these belts, and I think I can even, let me see, wait, no, this is not a half belt yet, but I think there's even room to manage to fill in like a belt compressor thing, which I always like to do because, yeah, I've had this especially with plastic. I had this a few episodes ago. If you do something like this, say I have the ability to make a fully compressed half belt of plastic here. Sometimes there's going to be gaps in there. So you're going to want to have something like this on the last assembler or chem plant or a smelter or whatever that actually fills up the belt when there's gaps, just to make sure that there's no gaps, because gaps are bad, in case you didn't know. Yeah, so this is making 16 and it's supposed to be making 22.5 to make half a belt. So if I just go like this and complete those, this is gonna be like, should be 24 point something now. Yeah, I might just leave it at that. I think that's fine. It's a bit more than half a belt actually. Ah, that's too little. No, I'm just gonna leave the 24. I think that's fine for plastic. Plastic is always kind of a nuisance, so yeah, it's better to have a little too much, I think. Okay, so what's the tiling size on this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 10. That's annoying. So 10 doesn't fit into 36, so I can't just plop it down without any, without worrying. But I think, yeah, I'm gonna clean this up a little bit and blueprint this a few times and then show the finished design. Okay, I got a little bit distracted again because this fluid wagon thing here really isn't working yet. If I look at, might be working now, but I don't think so. If I look at the, where is it? Here. yeah, there's just not enough fluid wagons coming in, but at least it's running now, so I think this should only be a matter of time. I only recently started putting fluid wagons on here, which was kind of a mistake. I underestimated how long this would take. Yeah, and it stopped again. And I guess this guy is probably picking all of it. No, there's not. No, there's still none. Yeah, this is taking a bit longer than anticipated. Might have to clear some more of this. I mean, it is going to resolve itself. There is circulation here. It's just very slow to tidy up this incredibly long belt. I mean, it is long. Very, 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 very long. I don't know if you can even see anything. I'm almost at max zoom and scrolling, and it still takes a couple of seconds to get from one side to the other. Okay, but back to the actual problem at hand. I mean, there's as long as it's running here, I'm not too worried, I think. So yeah, let's stop it. I mean, that's kind of at least part of the issue, that I have to always stop it to build stuff in there. Yeah. Lots of pumps. And yeah, now I'm gonna deconstruct the whole belt again, because I need to fit more pumps and stuff in there. So I really wonder why those fluid wagons don't make it to the other side. I have no idea. That was my irony voice, by the way. I don't know if that was noticeable. Okay, let's build one of these here, and then I can just blueprint it. Yeah, I've done this a few times now. It was a bit of a pain in the beginning, then I just started deleting the whole belt, and then I can just reinstate it by doing this. Man, I love this new feature. Took some time to get used to it. Well, it's not new anymore, I know, but it still feels new to me. Yeah, but it's really awesome for stuff like this. It's just so much quicker. Okay, and I need to get it in there. Get rid of this, and I mean, all those belts are just for myself to know how many belts I had. I don't really need that many belts incoming here. I can get rid of those as well. And there's plastic. Beautiful. And hopefully there's more. Yeah, that looks like a compressed half belt. Well, it's not running, so of course it's compressed. This is too far. This is running. Why is... okay. Okay, so let's just see if this is an actually compressed belt. Well, not yet, I guess, because there's no power here. Yeah, I'm gonna crank up the speed to let this run for a little bit, but this is looking very compressed. Yeah, this is nice. So now I can just basically reroute this belt and then repeat the whole pattern, which is, yeah, should be done very quickly. And I can actually, well, I might just leave them in for the blueprint, but I can really get rid of those belts. Yeah, 1 second. And here you have it. I knew it. The second I was starting the recording, it stopped being compressed. Let's slow this down. Yeah, this is not compressed at all. Why? Is it already running out of petroleum, maybe? That would have been too nice if it had just worked. Okay, this half belt is fully compressed. No. This is not compressed at all. Why? Why? Wait. Okay. That's an easy fix. I forgot to deconstruct a belt, and apparently Shift copied something, and then there are no beacons. Yeah, did that happen anywhere else? No, doesn't look like it. And this plastic build is tiny in comparison to the other things that I had to build here. Yeah, this should hopefully make it compressed now. Yeah, here we go. Let's speed this up again. Yeah, this is looking very much compressed. Nice. So this is 4 belts of plastic up and running. I need 6 overall, so wait, can I manage to get another coal belt in here somehow? I mean, I have lots of room in the beginning. Wait, this could actually work. But I need, the annoying thing is I need 6.1 belts of plastic, I mean. Oh, and there's, oh no, this is just being consumed. There should be full belts, hopefully. Yeah, easily. But yeah, I don't think I can squeeze this all into one plastic build, because even if I manage to get 6 belts out of this, well, first of all, I'm not really gonna manage to feed them into one station, and secondly, it's not gonna be enough because I need 6.1 belts of plastic, so I'm just gonna make 8 and be happy about it. Yeah, let's turn this down again. Actually, having it run on high speed might be nice to help the fluid train problem. Yeah, you can see here it's still persisting, but I would really like to find the place. Yeah, well, not right now. Yeah, there should be a spot at which the fluid wagons start, and this needs to get to the fluid wagons, but yeah, this might still be a little, but well, it's moving at least. As long as it's moving, I'm totally fine with it taking a little more, and it stopped moving. But yeah, it's gonna get there eventually. Okay, I think, wait, where am I? Where am I really? Oh. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna copy this off camera and think cut this out for now. I'm not sure how many episodes I'm gonna record in the next weeks. Well, I'm probably gonna manage 1 or 2 more because or before I will go on vacation for 2 weeks, so that's gonna be a break. And yeah, this is the rambling part of this series. If you're interested what else I'm planning, keep listening. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Yeah, first of all, I was gaining like 50 subscribers a day, something like that, from the Joseph video, which I'm really happy about. You might be one of those people. I mean, before the Joseph video, I had like 200 subscribers, and now I'm at like 850 currently. But the thing is, as I said, I was gaining like 50 a day, and I thought, okay, I have to do something for when I get to 1,000 subscribers. So I made a little secret, and I'm not joking. The second I started making this video, my subscriber influx stopped coming, and now I have this thing. It's not a huge thing, but it's a nice little funny little contraption to celebrate the 1,000 subscribers if they happen eventually. And I was like, yeah, okay, I need to do this quickly, and I'm gonna be there in like 3 or 4 days. And now I'm at like 7 new subscribers a day or something, so it like dropped almost to 0. And of course I'm a little annoyed by that. But when I started this whole YouTube thing, I promised myself I would never say the words please like and subscribe, because I hate, well, not hate, but I dislike YouTubers that do this all the time. So I'm not gonna do this, but I'm just saying, if you're not subscribed to this channel, and if you're watching this series, and well, if you want to help me get to 1,000 subscribers more quickly, yeah, do what you want. And I'm never gonna mention this topic again. As I said, I really don't like these types of YouTubers that are like, yeah, you know what kind I'm talking about, and it's fine. Like, it's nothing personal, but I just don't want to be like that myself. Okay, rambling part 1 over. Rambling part 2 is, I don't know if any of you are on Reddit, on the Factorio subreddit, but I had a very nice discussion about a mod concept that I had, which is called, working title, Forgotten Cities. And I'm hopefully gonna start working on this after holidays, if I can get myself to it, because the thing is, I've never made a mod and I'm not a programmer. I know a little bit of, or quite a bit of Python, but that's basically it, and that's what you need for like physics and data analysis and stuff. So I have no idea about modding, but I would like to change that, and I'm gonna work on it in secret for myself for a while. But if I can manage, and if something nice comes out of this, I might make this a little serious as well. If I'm not sure, but I might do like a Let's Make a Mod series where once I've learned it myself, I can maybe provide the basics for someone who wants to make a mod. But yeah, this is far from being more than an idea. Maybe a few words on the mod concept. The idea is that you basically have a map that's completely covered in city, and it's technically an enemy city, so you can't just go around deconstructing stuff, but you're actually going to have to either destroy things or there have been discussions about some other kind of dismantling for resources and maybe for loot. So maybe have a building that deconstructs stuff and maybe finds a, say, Spidertron remote or tiny fusion reactor, or like finds random valuable things every now and then, like rarely, but. And the main idea, or the main initial idea, was to make this basically a maze map, because you have to build inside the city, and deconstructing or making room should be expensive or difficult in some way. And the idea is you can either put a lot of resources into clearing space or making new room for your factory, or alternatively build like a spaghetti maze map base inside this city map. So that's the general idea, and I've been thinking about making this, like trying to make this basically a community effort, so everyone that wants to participate can design these city parts. I initially thought one by one chunk, like a one chunk, but that's probably a bit small to make it, like, to be able to make nice designs. Not like Factorio designs, but city designs. So if possible, mod-wise, I would like to do 2x2 chunks, but as I said, currently I have basically no idea about modding. I've started reading a few things and stuff, but this is all future talk. Okay, I think that's enough rambling for now. If you're interested, I'm gonna link the Reddit post for the mod. There's more details there and very, very nice ideas. One more thing about this. You know these remnants? Let me generate a remnant real quick. Whoops. Oh, god damn it. Exoskeleton on. These remnants here. Okay, this is actually a very boring remnant. Yeah, here we go. They're not actually entities. And in order to make a nice, abandoned, forgotten city, you should have these as entities. So that's one of the things that I'm gonna try to make actual, like, basically duplicates of all the entities that have the remnant sprites, but do actually have collision boxes, so I can't just build over them. So I'm gonna have to remove all the ruins to make room, and maybe find a few nice valuables in there. That's the general idea. There's been lots of nice ideas contributed. As I said, if you're interested in this, check it out. And I'm not going to make any promises, but I would really like to work on this maybe in a few weeks. Alright, thanks for watching, and maybe see you next time. Okay, one last thing. As almost always, I realized I had already made a little test scenario thing for this mod idea to show it on Reddit, and I figured why not show it here. So this would be the general idea of it. you have a map that's everything's well, enemy force, so you can't just go around deconstructing stuff. You can enter Factorissimo buildings, which I included for, well, style. Reminds me, I wanted to try something. If I can block these by just having a gate like this. I'm not sure if that works. Or if I can, no, I can probably still, but I could probably wall them in. Yeah, this still works. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. So this would be the general idea. You have a map that you can either try to build into. You're gonna have a little crater at your starting location to have a little initial room maybe. Or alternatively, there could be a building that you could place here and that has an area of effect radius and that starts yeah, dismantling enemy buildings into remnants and remnants into, I don't know, rubble. You can either make it another item that needs cleaning or like processing, or you could have it output different building materials, ores, I don't know, gear wheels, circuit boards, whatever, and have this small little chance of dropping or of finding some valuable stuff. I'm thinking personal equipment, weapons, whatever. Another very nice thing, all the buildings or all the cars here and tanks, and I think there's a few Spidertrons somewhere, they're also enemy force. And I don't know if that's modding wise, if that's possible to change, like have basically an item that conquers enemy buildings or enemy vehicles. That would be a very nice feature. Like if you could maybe find car keys in here and then make one of these tanks yours, or yeah, stuff like that. But I'm just spitballing, as you might notice. And yeah, made a little football field here. Yeah, the community aspect of this, if this works, I have no idea. But you could basically make this is 2x2 chunks, if possible, modding wise. So okay, my first thought was the easiest thing is probably to have chunk sized things, like, I don't know, something like this here, because the map is generated in chunks, and then I imagine would be fairly easy to basically have one randomly selected city block, hi Nilaus, in every chunk. But yeah, that's very small and that's gonna look very blocky. So 2x2 chunks would be nice, but I imagine this might be a bit harder to do modding wise. But yeah, I'm speaking as a complete noob when it comes to modding, so yeah, if you're listening and if you have a better idea of how feasible all of this is, let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably have to find out myself and probably fail horribly, or yeah, we'll see. But I would like to get into this, and I think this could be a very nice idea if done right. But yeah, let's see. Anyway, just wanted to show off this little nice city that I built. Yeah, I took the Factorissimo and the AI containers mod to have a little more housey stuff, and I think with a little bit of work, this could be very nice. Okay, yeah, enough rambling. See you next time.